Today we are going to be taking a quick look, and I mean a very quick look, at Tell Me Why running at 1440p, utilising the game's maximum settings with a 60Hz VSync enforced on our SAPPHIRE Nitro Plus RX 5700 XT graphics card, so let's get right to it. Okay, so let's start off with an explanation for why I'm running the game at a 60Hz VSync rather than showing you the peak performance possible as we normally would. Put simply, Tell Me Why does unfortunately suffer from a few technical issues when running above 60 FPS. These are mostly related to frame pacing greatly impacting on the game's smoothness, as well as also causing a bunch of random glitches with various elements that make use of the game's physics systems. These sorts of frame time inconsistencies are so extreme that even technologies such as FreeSync and G-Sync are not going to be able to fully compensate and offer a consistent smooth experience. Thankfully though, raw performance, at least on our Nitro Plus RX 5700 XT, is at a level where we are able to easily enforce a 60Hz VSync. This solves the problem of poor frame pacing and ensures a very smooth experience. If you're running a high refresh rate display, this is unfortunately going to require that you adjust your desktop's refresh rate, as this is not something that can be done in-game. I also want to point out that this game does have issues with resolutions above 1080p when running in exclusive full screen mode. In my testing, whenever I selected a resolution above 1080p such as 1440p or 4K, the game would still present a 1080p image. Thankfully, while not ideal, switching the game to borderless window mode did allow us to render out a native 1440p. If you decide to check out this game for yourself and you're running at a resolution above 1080p and you feel like the game isn't quite as sharp as what you'd expect, then there is a good chance that you're actually playing at 1080p despite having different options selected in the settings menu. To be completely honest, there's a good chance that I would have missed this completely if it wasn't for the fact that I know what my performance overlay should look like at different resolutions. Again, providing that you're running the game using borderless window mode, this should in theory be a non-issue. But anyway, with that out of the way, let's quickly take a look at the game itself. Tell Me Why is an interactive adventure game by Don't Nod Entertainment. You play as Tyler and Allison, a set of twins that have got a special bond that allows them to communicate telepathically and even recreate and share memories. You'll use these abilities as well as your own powers of deduction to investigate an incident that happened 10 years ago, an incident that resulted in the death of your mother.
Oh no. No. This is wrong. This is all wrong. Wait! Stop!
If you've played a Don't Nod game in the past, you should have a pretty decent idea of what you can expect here. These games are quite literally narrative adventures, and so there's not really too much going on in terms of actual gameplay. You're mostly going to be walking around small environments, looking at various objects and talking to a relatively small cast of NPCs. You'll sometimes come across some very basic environmental puzzles, but really, the main focus is on the narrative and making choices. Tell Me Why is an episodic game that is split into 3 parts that will be releasing weekly. At the time of recording this video, only the first episode is available, so I'm unable to confidently say how much of an effect your actions are going to have on the story as a whole. But with that said, Don't Nod do have a decent reputation for this sort of game and a very healthy fan base to go with it, so they've certainly built up enough goodwill that I can at least be confident that if you're the sort of person that likes these kind of games, then you're probably going to find a lot to like here.
Can't say I ever expected to see you again. It's been a long time, buddy.
Visually, the game looks pretty great. It's by no means breaking any boundaries in terms of realism or scope, but it pulls off what it sets out to achieve and it gets the job done. Everything has this stylized, almost painted look to it while still managing to look believable and authentic. The game also does a great job with the audio, including the voiceovers. Don't Nod have really developed their own unique style over the past few years, and Tell Me Why sticks with it while also modernising certain elements. Honestly though, much of the game's beauty comes from the cinematic direction and not the raw presentation. Now, due to the sort of game that this is, I'm really not too comfortable talking about or showing much gameplay or story because, in my honest opinion, these sorts of games are best experienced with as little prior knowledge as physically possible. Tell Me Why is available right now to buy, or you can play it as part of the Xbox Games Pass for PC subscription. As I've already mentioned, at the time of recording, only one episode is available, with episode 2 due out in a couple of days, and episode 3 being the final episode releasing a week later, so once that happens, I will most likely sit down and play the remaining 2 episodes back to back so I don't have to deal with this annoying little wait for a week between episodes. With all that said, that is once again going to be me done for today, so thank you so much for watching. If you are new around here, please do consider slapping that subscribe button and dinging that bell so you get notified of our future uploads. If you found this video useful, you can help us out by leaving us a like, and if you've got any questions, suggestions or feedback, you can hit us up in the comment section down below. But with that out of the way, from myself and everybody here at the Sapphire Tech YouTube channel, I just want to say a massive thank you for watching, and until next time, we'll catch you later. Bye bye.